The day I paid 50,000, my suspension immediately stands revoked. I should have been playing in October. Still, my club is kept under suspension. See the mismanagement and maladministration in GFA. It is not only might is right, it is jungle rule there. Your own communication says the suspension will remain till the date payment is made. I make the payment in October. We are now in June. Almost 6-7 months passed. You're still keeping me under suspension. So what is the route I have? AIFF is not acting. President has kept the petition pending with him. The appeals committee is silent. GFA keeps on targeting me. They have no respect for law. They have no respect for common sense. And they have no respect for their own communication. Furthermore, how the professional general secretaries function. First, on 9/6/2025, June 9th, my club received a notice for AGM. It says the AGM will be held on 27th of July 2024 at 10 a.m. The letter is dated 9/6/25, that this June, and it says AGM will be held at 10 a.m. of July 2024. This is the professional general secretary GFA has. Compare, you have shot off a letter to remove their deputy general secretary. I am saying your general secretary, serious lapses. He's drawing salary at our cost. Sack him first. म्हजी माय सांगताली तुज्या दोळ्यान व्हडली पाटी आसतना दुसऱ्याच्या दोळ्यान कुसकूट काडपाक भोवनाका म्हणून. सो GFA हांव इतलें सांगपाक सोदतां, तांच्या दोळ्यान व्हडल्यो पाटी आहा. AIFFच्यो इतल्योश्यो कुसकुटां काडून भोवनाका. आनी आमचे असल्या विलेज धाकटे बाबांक अशे त्रास करून सोंपयनाका. Good afternoon, my dear members of the visual media and my beloved football lovers from Goa. The reason I am Alessio Costa, president of Roseman Cruz Nagua Sports Club in Salse. The reason I have called this press conference is to place before the public and specifically the football lovers from this state who consider the game of football very dear to their hearts, how the local as well as national administration is running the game or rather ruining the game and systematically destroying the very nurseries who bring up great footballers. I am president of one village club affiliated to Goa Football Association. The game of football today, the way it is run, one can understand the pathetic state it is in. And the reason is because the people at the helm of affairs are hell-bent on destroying the village clubs, which are their support base. Let me talk to you about the specific case of my club, Roseman Cruz Nagua Sports Club. It so happened, the All India Football Federation appointed me in their two committees. One is the grassroots committee and one is the futsal committee. Of course, every football lover from Goa would have considered it as an honor for their brother to be at the national level developing the game of football. However, there were feathers which were ruffled in GFA. They shot off a letter to All India Football Federation that I should not be in those committees, that they have not proposed, so I should not be. Without reading the constitution of AIFF, which says the president can either nominate or the president can nominate himself or he can nominate people who are recommended by the state of association. So if I am not recommended by the state of association, I go into the nomination of the president. Leaving that as it is, I said better sense should prevail. I resigned voluntarily without giving any reason so that the ruffled feathers in Goa settled. It did not stop there. Immediately my club was targeted. My club is a permanent member of GFA. For years, it was registered somewhere in the 80s. Suddenly, my club's status was changed from permanent to associate with consequences. What are the consequences? First, a penalty of 50,000 rupees was imposed on my club. 50,000. A village club which thrives with hand-to-mouth existence is imposed a fine of 50,000. Then I cannot participate in any inter-village tournament, nor I can organize any inter-village tournament. Now 50,000 fine, I cannot participate in any football activity. I cannot organize any football activity. What sort of administration is this? Is this supporting the grassroots or is it out to just cut the roots at the grassroots? I don't know. It is up to you all to decide. Notwithstanding all this, I took it, before that they even debarred the club from participating in the AGM, last year's AGM. Immediately I filed a petition before the High Court and I got a relief. High Court allowed me to participate in the AGM. When the discussions took place in the AGM, I saw a lot of financial as well as administrative mismanagement. After the AGM, I shot off a letter to the GFA pointing out all the mismanagement. In their reply, the General Secretary uses such unparliamentary language. He says, "It is astounding that an unqualified person like you brings up these red flags." So for the General Secretary of GFA, I am an unqualified person and I cannot raise issues. I am a permanent member of GFA. I have a right to attend the AGM, but he thinks I am an unqualified person. He goes further and abuses me to such an extent. He says a person like Alexio Costa, who has alleged vigilance and corruption cases against him in government. Further, there were human rights accusations of human right violation and harassment. I have pointed out your administrative lapses, your financial mismanagement. Who are you to character assassinate me using this unparliamentary language? Immediately, I approached the ethics committee of AIFF. I said, GFA is using this unparliamentary language in official correspondence with me. I am a small village club. GFA is a big organization with lot of muscle power and money power. And this is the language they are using to throttle my voice. The ethics committee sat with the complaint, did not act. But I continuously reminded them, and finally they gave a judgment saying that I have got relief from the High Court, so they will not like to entertain my complaint. Now I went to the High Court to get me permission to attend the AGM, and I am before the ethics committee to say unparliamentary language is used. So how are the two issues connected? See the way they take cover. They dispose of my complaint, ethics committee. Not happy, I said, I am severely distressed and flabbergasted to read the obnoxious decision taken by the ethics committee on my complaint dated 22/8/24. The least that was expected of the ethics committee, consisting of eminent legal luminaries, is to hide behind non-existent cover from the Goa bench of the Bombay High Court. Last I wrote, prima facie, the ethics committee appears to be most unethical. And I filed a complaint before the appeals committee of AIFF. Few days back, I got a small mail from AIFF saying, appear before their integrity officer. Now, I am before you against an authority from GFA who has used unparliamentary language, and I am made to appear before your integrity officer in Delhi. One, do I have the time? Travel from Goa to Delhi just because of this? Two, do I have my club has the financial resources to buy me a air ticket or a railway ticket? And in this modern world, everybody talks on Zoom. Everybody has VCs. So I asked for a VC. Till date, they have not replied. So my complaint is resting with the appeals committee. Next, because this harassment continued and this penalty was imposed based on the amended constitution of 2018, I approached the Inspector General of Societies, asking him whether the amendments have been taken on record and they are considered. I got a reply. I got a reply saying, with reference to your office letter dated 7/8/2023, we are in 23. Amendments were made in 18. This office for amendments of Constitution of Goa Football Association, I have to inform you that your office have not followed the procedure for amendment under Section 12 of the Societies Registration Act 1860, and there are typing errors. That means the amendments which were made in 2018, based on which penalty is imposed on Roseman Cruz Nagua Sports Club, have not been made in accordance with the procedure prescribed by the Societies Registration Act. So, ab initio they are null and void. You can't impose penalty on me based on amendments which are legally not tenable. Now, this is one. Based on this, I approached the President and Executive Committee of All India Football Federation. I filed a petition saying the amendments made by GFA are illegal, and based on that illegal amendments, I am being penalized. Please take cognizance and give me justice. I called the President twice on his phone. He tells me speak to the General Secretary. I spoke to the General Secretary. General Secretary says, we will take it as it comes, by turn. I had patience. Finally, just because my club was being targeted, being destroyed, being made inactive, I thought better pay the fine and at least do something for the boys, young boys and girls from the village. So I paid the fine under protest. In October, 17th of October, I sent a letter to GFA saying that further to your letter, no so and so, please fine enclosed check number so and so for rupees 50,000 drawn in favor of GFA. This payment is made under strong protest. So I paid 50,000 rupees under protest. Now what the sanction order says, see, please be informed that since the fine amount of rupees 50,000 is not yet paid, the resultant suspension on the club will continue until the fine is paid. Now the day I paid 50,000, my suspension immediately stands revoked. I should have been playing in October. Still my club is kept under suspension. See the mismanagement and maladministration in GFA. It is not only might is right, it is jungle rule there. Your own communication says The suspension will remain till the date payment is made. I make the payment in October. We are now in June. Almost 6-7 months passed. You're still keeping me under suspension. So what is the route I have? AIFF is not acting. President has kept the petition pending with him. The appeals committee is silent. GFA keeps on targeting me. They have no respect for law. They have no respect for common sense. And they have no respect for their own communication. So what is the next route? Nowadays you know the status of ISL, what is happening. Nobody is sure next year ISL will happen. You know what is the status of I-League. So the association at the local level as well as the national level is playing football in the courts. So I have to join the line, join the queue. Am I right? No other way. If AIFF cannot give me justice, who else can give? So the only way is to approach the court. Yesterday I have filed a petition before the Honorable Goa bench of the Bombay High Court, placing all these facts on record. And my prayer is that I should be allowed to attend this year's AGM, otherwise they may debar me from attending AGM. Then we refund my 50,000 because yourself says once 50,000 is paid, my suspension will be revoked. You have not revoked. I filed a petition before the Inspector General of Societies. He issued an order setting aside their sanction order, saying refund the 50,000 back to me. That also is not honored. Next, I said pay me back 50,000 with 12% interest. Then, if the Constitution of 2018, amended Constitution of 2018 is null and void, GFA's administration reverts back to its original Constitution of 1977 or 75. As per that Constitution, the tenure of the Executive Committee is 2 years. Amended Constitution says it is 4 years. So, if amended Constitution is null and void, they revert back to the old Constitution. Their tenure is also reverted back to 2 years. So, this present Executive Committee should immediately resign, hold election as per the old prevalent Constitution, because the Inspector General himself has given me a letter saying that the Constitution which is in vogue or currently applicable is the Constitution of 77, not the amended one. Next, I have said All India Football Federation should dispose of my petition. Appeals Committee should dispose of my petition within limited time. And finally, we have said AIFF should appoint administrator for GFA and hold free and fair elections. This is the route I have to take, a small village club to fight the might of GFA. I have proved to you how they are running their affairs. There is no merit which is taken care of. There is no transparency. There is no accountability. It is might is right rule. Now, a second issue. This is regarding the petition. A second issue. Last year's AGM, we were told that GFA has hired a highly professional General Secretary to bring in professionalism in GFA's administration and is being paid a high professional fee. Now, I pointed out to you how the administration is run. I am pointing out to you now, furthermore, how the professional General Secretary is functioning. First, on 9/6/2025, June 9th, my club received a notice for AGM. It says the AGM will be held on 27th of July 2024 at 10 a.m. The letter is dated 9/6/25, that this June, and it says AGM will be held on 10 a.m. of July 2024. This is the professionals General Secretary GFA as cut paste General Secretary. He has even forgotten to correct the date here. See the pathetic state of administration in GFA. Not only in this simple communication, I was before the Inspector General of Societies. The Inspector General passed an order against GFA. Okay? He has no choice. He writes to the authority to recall the order. Now, whom he writes? We have written to Registrar of Societies to recall its order dated 9/1/2025. Who has passed the order? Inspector General of Societies. Whom are you writing to? Registrar of Societies. Or Inspector General of Societies and Registrar of Societies have no link. They are independent authorities. You don't even read who has passed the order. A professional General Secretary drawing a professional salary, who is supposed to get professionalism in GFA, is writing to authority which is not concerned. Then I pointed out. I said your letter dated 25/3/2025 reveals that GFA has written to the Registrar of Societies to recall the order dated so and so. A cursory perusal of the order dated 9/1 reveals that the order is passed by Inspector General of Societies, District Registrar North. Therefore, Registrar of Societies has no authority or jurisdiction over the order passed by the Inspector General. So I have to point out, as a president of a small club, administrative lapses on the professional General Secretary of GFA. And then he says, I'm sorry. In his letter dated 15/4, he says, we wish to clarify there were certain factual inaccuracies. You yourself accepting that you have made factual inaccuracies. You are drawing salary of lakhs of rupees at our cost, imposing 50,000 fine on us, small grassroots clubs which are living hand to mouth, and you are making such blunders in communication, factually wrong, you legally inaccurate, using unparliamentary language. Is this a state level institution? And yesterday, I am coming to the last point. This is the state of affairs of our General Secretary. Yesterday, I read in social media as well as print media that GFA has fired a salvo against the Deputy Secretary General of AIFF, that he should be sacked because he is responsible to destroy the game of football in India. A person who has common sense will tell you who is running the All India Football Federation. Is the president and his committee. A deputy general secretary is able to destroy the game at the national level, and what is the president and the committee doing? So where the fault lies? If some paid officer has destroyed the organization, what is the committee which is heading the organization doing? Their head should go on the slaughter block first. So now compare, you have shot off a letter to remove their deputy general secretary. I am saying your general secretary, serious lapses. He is drawing salary at our cost. Sack him first. म्हजी माय सांगताली, तुझ्या दोळ्यान व्हडली पाटी आसतना दुसऱ्याच्या दोळ्यान कुस्कूट काडपाक भोवनाका म्हणून. सो GFA हांव इतलें सांगपाक सोदतां, तांच्या दोळ्यांत व्हडल्यो पाटी आहा. AIFFच्यो एकदेश्यो कुस्कुटां काडून भोवनाका. आनी आमचे असल्या विलेज धाकटे लाभांक अशे त्रास करून सोंपयनाका. इतलेंच सांगता, आनी आय होप I will get justice before the Honorable Goa bench of the Bombay High Court. Thank you very much.